One of the things that make investing in rentals or apartments for income generation attractive is the ability for them to give you income every single month. That you are sure that Jan to December, for as long as you have a tenant, you will always get income. And that sometimes, for those of us who might not know how best to ladder treasury bonds, it makes treasury bonds a little bit unattractive because every single time we say when it comes to treasury bonds, you are only paid twice a year, then it kind of makes it feel like, okay, will I have 10 months in a year when I'm not paid? How do I plan my cash flows around that? And we always answer it in such a way that, okay, no, that's not how it is. Every single minute you can also be paid income. In this article and this video, we're going to talk about mostly how you can use treasury bonds, especially if you have some significant amount of money, to ensure that you can benefit from earning every single month. This strategy is only good. It will be best for those who have more than 50 million, because if you only have around 20 million, you do not want to spread it out in very thin different bonds that might not necessarily, it might not be the best option for you to maximize return. But if you have 50 million and above, or you're trying to invest for a long time but you want to generate income, monthly income, the way you would match them in rentals, then this strategy for you. And that means part of your investment strategy is to make sure your goal is to generate income monthly. That also would mean you might be willing to leave some money on the table just to be paid in specific months you are mostly interested in. Whereas if, as a person, your different strategy might be to maximize your return, then at any one point you should be looking out for bonds that have the highest interest rate and the highest yield. But for such strategy, it might mean that you might have to take certain bonds that do not have a higher yield but pay you at a specific months in time. Now, coming back, we are saying you need to be paid every single month. And as we know, we have how many months? 12 months in a year. And this is a strategy which I'm building for one of my clients. For you, if you are out there and listening to this and you want to build something for you, you can reach out and we can talk. But this is something which we are building it off, and we started off almost last year, and I'm going to walk you through it. So the plan was to deploy close to 150 million by the end of 2026. So we still have almost 18 months to go. And the first thing at the time when we first got the money, we had 20 million to deploy. That was last year, and we bought the 10-year bond last year. That 10-year bond, we know it matures in February 2020, 2033. And what we noticed is it pays a coupon every August and Feb. Now, if you are to buy that bond, you can only buy it from from the secondary market. It's no longer on the Bank of Uganda calendar, but it will come back in the future. So, by buying this type of bond, it meant that their February and August are secured. So, out of the 12 months, we have 2 months where we have deployed 20 million. The other bond that you can use to target for the Feb and August months is the 5-year current bond on the primary market. The 5-year bond. It also pays in Feb and in August, but for it matures in 2029. So it means if you end up buying that type of bond, you must be willing to understand that the yield on such bonds, which are 5 years, which are about to mature, the yield is always lower, which means you're going to pay a little bit of more money than someone would end up paying if they had to buy a 10-year bond or a 15-year bond. But that is part of the strategy. So by understanding that, it means this one, when we come back to this, it means that one is secured, and this one for the 20 million, they have to get that they already are securing their 1.2 million, right? So that means that month we can put it in a good color to indicate that it is cleared, and also August. So you're going to get your rental income for that. Then this next month we had to target was the next time she got the money was for in around September 2020, last year, September 2024. And at that time, the primary market was auctioning off a 15-year bond, the 15.8%. The good thing with that bond is, like I was saying, the good thing with that 15-year bond is it matures in June 2039, and the perfect example for the next good years, it's going to be paying in Jan and July, Jan and July, Jan and July for the next 8 months. So for the next 8 years. So what that meant that out of the 12 months, we have secured a bond for Feb and for August. By buying now the 15-year bond, we have secured a bond for June, July, and Jan. And as you can see, when it comes to here, when we bought that bond, we secured our 1.4 million. It meant that every Jan, my client can put it in blue, and July, they are getting paid. So, which meant that now we have 4 months out of the 12 months which have been fully paid. Now it comes next to you. We come to the other months. Now we have we are moving to the second level. The second level is the upcoming bond. We know there is a 10-year bond that is the one on the primary market, and the plan is to deploy 20 million in that, and that one pays around 14.25%. It expires in 2034, you know. So that means if we deploy it, whichever value they give us, we would have secured that particular month, that particular bond. If I'm to show you how it works, I'll come back to here. That bond, it's here. It pays in, it is going to be paying in June and December. So that means by the person investing in there, they are now securing the June month and the December period. So with just 3 bonds, now this one also can get a beautiful, beautiful color. Come on, where is that? You know, it means now the June is also covered. So now all of a sudden, we have so far deployed, by the end of this month, we would have so far deployed 60 million, but somehow managed to cover 6 months out of the year. Now, the target is, now it means we are remaining with March, April, May, September, October, November. Now, the other target is to buy some of the bonds on the secondary market. So, for example, if we target this bond, this one, then which matures in March 2032, we know it pays a coupon in March and September. So if we deploy even 20 million in it and we want to buy it after it has paid the coupon, it is paying a coupon is soon in the end of March. So it's better to buy it in April when it has paid the coupon, when it's now no longer uh, premium priced, and then we can now start targeting the receiving of payment in March and September. So you can literally deploy 100 million but buy just 5 bonds that are spread out in a period of 4 5 bonds, and you are sure that you're going to be earning at least 1 million every single month. Yes, the effective return on you might be around 13% because there are certain bonds you're going to buy which are very good return. There are those which you're going to buy which have a lower return, but at least you'd have spread out the return over a period of time, and you're earning income every single month. And the good advantage of this strategy is that at any one point, if you are a person who is going to be reinvesting, at every one point you're going to be paid back some money and take advantage of when interest rates are better. If interest rates are lower, you can skip that month and invest the next month. You have more flexibility. It's an option that also works very well. It's bond ladder it works very well, and it's something that we advise more and more of our clients to take upon. But this is for them. Yours might be different, that you would want somehow to do it differently. Reach out to me, let's talk out, and we shall come up with a perfect plan for you. Thank you.